Are you trying to figure out the first few steps that you should take to get more clients for your law firm, but feel a little lost in the wilderness? I'm going to show you the first 3 steps I have every single private client take in order to start generating more clients for their law firm. Hi, I'm Charlie Mann with Law Firm Alchemy, and what I want to share with you are the 3 critical strategies I teach every law firm to use in order to get more clients. Now, to be specific, this primarily applies to 6-figure law firms. Chances are, if you're a 7-figure firm, you have figured out some ways to get more clients for your practice. The question for you might be more of a matter of scale. However, you should stick around because if you're not using one or more of these strategies, it may be an opportunity for you to get huge gain just by adding it to whatever you're doing right now, which congratulations on your 7 figures if you're already there. We should still be talking about how we get you out of the internal workings of the firm. But let's talk about the 3 core marketing strategies or systems. So number 1 is simply referrals. I know it's boring. It's not interesting. You wanted me to tell you some type of channel like maybe YouTube or LinkedIn or Instagram or TikTok or anything else. But the simple fact is, referrals are so effective for easy and obvious reasons. First off, there is an authority boost anytime that you get a client referred to you, meaning you put less work into converting that client from a prospect into an actual client. Second off, it doesn't cost you a lot of money to start going out and getting referrals. It just requires initiating conversations, a little bit of getting rid of your introverted side and going toward your extroverted side goes a very long way here. And then finally, referrals are just really good because of the network effect at large. They tend to be an amplifier. Rather than trying to get clients onesie-twosie, you have opportunities to have someone refer 3, 5, 10 clients to you over the next few months, as opposed to, trying out some Facebook ad strategy that gets you 1 client in the next 45 days, and then let's cross our fingers that it keeps working. Plus, referrals are not just short-term strategy, they are long-term strategy. The more you put into your referral relationships, the better they will turn out in the long run. So this is not a one and done, we're all good type of scenario. There is a lot of benefit to starting referral relationships early. So number 2 on our list are reviews. So we have referrals, we have reviews. You should have a Google business profile for your law firm. And one of the best ways to get it to rank higher, aside from being in the city center and all these other weird ranking factors that don't always make sense, but Google has chosen them and you can't change that, is to focus on getting keyword-rich reviews for your firm. The easiest way to do that is direct contact with not just happy clients who are done with their work with you, but with people who contact you in other ways who can still give an honest review of you and or your firm. This is a really important concept for you to understand. A lot of times when I'm coaching people, they might respond to the question, who can you get a referral from with, clients who, they come in for their check and I'll get a review from them. That's not the only case, far from it. As a matter of fact, one of the best ways to get more reviews is to start asking more people just for an honest assessment of their experience with you. For example, if you get lunch with another lawyer, you are welcome to email them and say, hey, a lot of people are always interested in working with lawyers who are better connected throughout the community or who they feel that other lawyers may trust. If you think that sounds a little bit like you after our conversation today, I'd be happy to leave you. I'm going to go ahead and leave you a review about and just say you're a good guy, good gal. Had an opportunity to talk with them and they seem really committed to the benefit of their clients. If you have something that you think you would honestly say and be willing to say it over here on Google, I'd really appreciate a 5-star review from you. You can reach out to people who have just called you, have not become clients, and talk with them and send them an email. Really easy to send them an email saying, based on our conversation today, here's a few things that we should do next. By the way, there are a lot of people who are regularly in your situation who are looking for just some good counsel. They want to know that we are easy to talk to and that we will answer their questions and not beat around the bushes. If you feel like that was your experience and you'd be willing to share it over here at Google and leave us a 5-star review, it would be deeply appreciated. The other trick is make the reviews about team members. So if you are in a slightly larger firm, you have more team members, Team members should be encouraged to get reviews that mention their name. So rather than them reviewing you or your law firm, getting a review where you reach out and say, hey, I know that you talked with Brittany yesterday. It sounded like the experience was really good. One of the ways that we keep track of performance here at our firm is based on things like mentions and Google reviews. If you think Brittany did a great job and you'd be willing to share that over at Google and leave a 5-star review, it'd be greatly appreciated. Do you see a pattern to the language I am using? If you feel like blank, it would be greatly appreciated for you to leave a review over here at Google, a 5-star review. Ideally, we'll get keyword-rich reviews that mention the practice area that you're in, the location that you're in, and all that other juicy information. Okay, so then what's the last strategy? The last strategy is we want a digital pipeline. One digital pipeline that we focus on for a little while. You're not going to stick with one pipeline long term, but at first, one pipeline goes a long, long way. So an example of a pipeline might be search engine optimization. It might be local service ads. It could be one of the social media platforms, and we're going to dig in and we're going to produce a bunch of content over there, and we're going to start making connections, and we're going to drive people to our website, and we're going to utilize it. It could be a video. It could be a YouTube channel. Whatever it is, it's finding a digital distribution or digital marketing advertising system and focusing on making that pipeline as good as possible. Once we feel like we have that down to a good rhythm and system, then we can move on and start building out other pipelines online. So that's the core of what we want to do. We want to go with referrals, reviews, and an online pipeline. Once we have those three things in place, we can now start magnifying each one of those systems. We can take the referral idea, blow it up really, really big, find non-lawyer referral sources for you, which by the way, lawyer referral sources, just the best. It's amazing what you can accomplish there. Once we start having reviews, how can we sort of cycle through them even faster, make them more precise, and really launch to the top 3 of the map pack? And then how do we start using those reviews in other places like a testimonials booklet or even on our website? And then of course with the online pipeline, once we've got something really good in place, is there a way that we can maybe duplicate some of that success, like taking our long form videos and now using them in short form spaces? Or maybe the type of content that we've been producing on Instagram would also translate really well over on TikTok, and now we're going to focus on another channel. I'm not saying that any one of these are better than the other with online platforms. You kind of have to find what is right for you, and that's one of the things that we do focus on when coaching a law firm owner is let's find the right distribution channels for you, because if you are not excited about doing it, it doesn't matter how good it could be. The strategy won't succeed if it doesn't have your full authoritative and intellectual backing of it. That's one of the things we would key in on coaching. A very small thing along with bigger ideas like structuring your vision and more. But if you're interested in more of that, make sure you take a look at the information below to find out how we could potentially work together to make your firm grow into a wonderful wealth generating and lifestyle building law firm that operates as a business independent of you having to put in day-to-day work. So if that excites you, let's have a further conversation. But otherwise, go and take a look for some of our other videos that will help push you along in your journey. And don't forget to join the email list where I share my best strategies, tips, tactics, and insights from my actual private client coaching program to give you some ideas to jumpstart your imagination and provide you with a full-on business education for your firm.